Mario gets like, I don't know, did you get sick or something, or what was it where you had to like kind of
sex change?
Oh, you had a sex change. Okay, I did hear that rumor too.
But he went back.
I went back. Yeah, I changed my mind.
That's why.
After.
Yeah.
You can see it.
24 hours, and I was like, nah.
24 hours.
This is whack.
Way too many cat calls here. Yeah.
But you had gotten like a medical thing or something where you like couldn't play drums or something, right? Where like.
Oh, when I left?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, I have like. I mean, you can't even tell. You can't tell too much now.
No, but
you can see like there's like a fucking.
Because you've been treating it, with.
Yeah, I've been laying off, but I started to get what I believe is called a bone spur.
Okay.
And it's like a big lump on my middle finger, right where it bends in the knuckle, and it was like a big ball. It just looked like literally like I had a knuckle on the side of my finger, and it would go numb. It would go numb while I would be driving. When I would hold my phone, it would just go numb.
The whole hand?
My hand would just start to hurt, and
okay.
it would be really like it just started to tingle, and like it would go numb, and I would have to like kind of shake it and kind of regain like just the motion of being able to. When I would play, it would kind of hurt, but I think just because of the adrenaline, like during the set, it wouldn't really bug me so much, but after and before like practicing, it would start to hurt. And it was like that for like over a year. I was already like, it was a little ball, and it would actually hurt more as a little ball, because the little ball would like mess with my nerves, and it would just get like the twitches in my hand. And as it got bigger, it became a little less twitchy, but I started to get more numbness, because I think it was like just, I don't know, maybe cutting the circulation off of certain nerves. But
did it come from the way you would hold the drumstick?
Yeah, because I never really wanted to play drums. So, I never really learned anything. I never took, like, I know a lot of drummers have like marching band background, or they have some sort of background in drumming. And I was always like, so I just hit this shit. That's all I have to do. Just hit it. And, a lot of the times, too, I would take out my frustration on my drums, and I would just beat the shit out of my drums, like everything that was annoying me, or, just. So I think a lot of that caught up with me, backfired on me, and I wasn't holding the sticks properly, and I wouldn't warm up as much as I should have, and I wouldn't stretch. And
did you ever try wearing gloves with the sticks?
It felt uncomfortable to wear gloves, and it just always seemed weird to me, and I don't know, gloves, like, I don't know, it just seemed weird. And at that point, it was like, it was already getting so like such of a pain that it didn't even matter if I wore gloves or not, because it was like what I felt when I wasn't playing that was the issue, and and then we had to fucking start working on a new album, and I was like, dude, I can't. I mean, I'm gonna have to practice for the album, and my hand's hurting.
You're already sick of touring at that point, at least relentlessly. Like,
no, you know what? I could keep doing that. It's just like I was more worried about like I'm gonna have to like obviously get in shape, to push myself and to execute everything properly into the studio, on top of like I'm gonna have to tour nonstop for it. And
so just a lot of playing with.
Yeah, and I'm like, how's my hand gonna get? And then what? I'm gonna have to like quit in the middle of the tour, and then Exmortus is really gonna be fucked, because then they're gonna have to scramble. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I should just step out. And it was I felt like it was a good enough time for like the band to find someone else. I mean, we kind of already had like drummers in mind. Like Carlos was already like someone that we were already like, okay, we'll just see if Carlos can do it, and at least like the album and stuff like that. So it was just timing. I kind of felt like I had to do it otherwise, because I just didn't want to put the band in a shitty spot,